Gorilla Gang, what's going on? It's Saturday evening, May 29, 2021. And I just wanted to bring you guys up to date with a couple things I've been keeping my eye on today, a couple things I saw and read that should pique your interest. I don't know if you follow these people or you're reading what I'm reading, but just a couple things I want to make you aware of for next week. And I'm not going to waste your time. It's Memorial Day weekend, so let's get right into it.
Cue the speeder.
And you just said that on camera. This shit going viral.
Gorilla Gang, we're past 20, past 30 subscribers, on our way to 50. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so the first thing is that this morning, Lou vs. Wall Street made a video. And in it, he said that he found out some information about what happened back when Corona first came on the scene. And about the AI of the computers that the hedge funds are using in order to execute their buying and selling. And he basically is saying that over a 7-day period, no one was watching the computers. And because of that, they kind of took on their own identity and began doing things that no normal human being would have done. And which caused a huge overreaction by the AI, and it began to get out of control and short positions that you normally wouldn't have. Because remember, the market was stable, they started shorting, then we had lockdowns, and then we opened back up. So think of it in that order. That small period where there was the very strict shutdown for like New York, Massachusetts, all the Northeast states, as far as I remember, because that's where I live. We had like a 2-week shutdown, and for some amount of time, apparently, no one at these hedge funds was paying attention to anything going on with the computers. Which, I don't really care. I hope they don't try and use that as an excuse. If they do, I have to ask, why are they still shorting it now then? I mean, if this happened over a year ago, why are they continuing to take short positions on the stock? They should have immediately tried to rectify that situation. Now they're just prolonging it. So, and he did mention, and I'm going to play the video, but he did mention something about if the government allows it to happen, which, you know, we have enough involvement with government. They've never stepped in for any other reason. So, you know, in 2008, when everybody lost everything, the government didn't say, well, we got to step in and save all these people. So if they even dare try to save the hedge funds, I think apes would go to war. Literally, I think we would go to war. Because, yeah, that would be the end. So I'm not trying to spread FUD or anything. I just want you guys to be aware of what was said. The second video is a little bit of, if you don't know him, meet Kevin. He's like a real estate guru / Wall Street, and he's not an advisor, obviously, but he's also running for governor of California, and he's just set up something where he just today realized, after doing some DD, that AMC, it has a good potential for a short squeeze. And if you donate to his campaign, next week he'll buy into AMC, because he hasn't yet. If he's such a guru, he should have been on this a long time ago. But he seems like a good enough guy. So I'm going to show you the 2 clips, and then I'll talk about it for a second afterwards, and I'll let you go.
This video is kind of like a big... if you guys needed the vote of confidence, this is it. Okay. Remember I told you we're fighting Skynet, the Terminator? Well, Skynet, the Terminator, got out of control in the beginning of coronavirus because when everybody was shorting everything, they flipped the switch on the monster. The monster normally does buy and sells, you know, fulfills orders, sells orders. That's what's led to a lot of this synthetics and IOUs. So it's led to a craziness. But I was able to figure out why GameStop was shorted 150% and why AMC, in my opinion, was also shorted about another 150%. But it was basically unknown. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna explain everything. The computers were basically triggered to only short. The system wasn't designed for that. The high frequency trade systems weren't designed for that. It's a rules-based system. Yes, there's AI in order to trigger the thinking process. Remember I said orders coming in, orders going out, and fulfilling in fractions of milliseconds? There's a problem. While everybody was at home thinking they were going to die of a cold, the machine was working. And the machine was fulfilling its own orders. It was actually creating its own buyer-seller world. You guys remember back in the 80s there was a movie called War Games, and where the computer started to play tic-tac-toe, and every time it lost or won, it would continue playing, like it basically thought it was a solution to tic-tac-toe, like you could win that game. Well, that's what the computer started to do. It started to create shares to cover things in order to continue to short, because even though it was told to do something, it was programmed in a different world. So it's almost like the system had consciousness, but it was told to do something different, but they didn't take a look at the underlying layers that made up that system. I remember the database here, the layers on top, and then Ashley, I got your email. Your little MIT scary, beautiful email writer. And your car accident, you're lucky you're here. So, cyber warfare. So, people, remember that stock that Credit Suisse forgot to delist, and it was allowed to basically still be traded, and it got up to 15,000? That was a mistake. The DG, what I don't remember, it's fucking Saturday. But that stock, that gas stock, went up to $15,000 based on a mistake because it was unlisted. Forgot to be unlisted. Well, this is also a mistake. GameStop people, don't give up hope. Yeah, listen, during your one spike, some of the shares hit the street, so they were able to use that to obviously do what they're doing at AMC now. But that doesn't mean you guys are not going to explode, so don't give up hope. As far as the AMC people, once I heard all the different theories on how this could have happened, and basically nobody was checking the system. So like when everybody was in stay-home orders and not paying attention, this fucking machine was fulfilling its own. It created its own world. I mean, the market was shut down, so the market was closed, but it was doing something. All you tech heads out there, you know exactly what I mean. Basically, it's a workflow. It has to fulfill it. It's designed for that. Now you could alter that, but that rules-based system is still going to create, like in the insurance world, the policy. If you start the process, at the end you're always going to get an end result, even if it's distorted. GameStop 150. You know, AMC, where it was at, and I believe. Listen. No, not that I believe. I am 100% certain, without a shadow of a doubt, even if I was put into court today and basically raised their right hand and you're going to go to prison if you know, whatever. Technically speaking, we should not be able to buy one more share. So you have to understand, the machine, this is no longer, the devil didn't do this. You know, the devil owns it now, but the devil didn't do this. We're not supposed to be able to buy one more share. So Adam, I'll save you a lot of money. I'm talking to basically, no, I am talking to MIT level people that work in AI and high frequency systems. So I'll save AMC a bunch of money on accountants. Your June 2nd count is fruitless. It makes no sense. The machine was allowed to do something that nobody could have ever thought. I mean, we could have kind of like hypothesized it, but the reality is, whenever could there have been an event where for over several weeks there was no human involvement? And 9/11 was over in 2 days, the day of the attack and the day after. Nobody was told not to be in offices, stay at home. And even if you were working from home monitoring it, how long did it really get you time to set up and do this? You know, listen, it's just crazy because, you know, I always comment on the YouTubers with the follow the line and everything. I can officially say today, go fuck yourself 100%. You have no idea what you're talking about. None. You have none. I've worked on DARPA level shit. This, you're out of your fucking mind. Your fucking chat groups or whatever. People, whether you like me, you don't like me, whether your wife wants to shoot the screen when she sees me on it, it doesn't matter. If you're involved in these two stocks, you're in the right now in the play of a lifetime.
Hey everyone, Meet Kevin here. So I messed up. I was a little too negative on Thursday and Friday, to say the least, about AMC, and I've done a lot of additional DD, which I should have done a long time ago. But a lot of what I'm reading reiterates the belief that AMC is set up for a pretty solid potential short squeeze. There is a risk, and this is a very real risk, and this is just being realistic. There's a real risk that the shorts continue to double down on their positions depending on how much money they have. So I think that's a real risk, and I think we can all agree that's fair, right? I mean, there's no short squeeze if they have more money and they just keep buying shorts. But that's just going to make the eventual potential short squeeze worse. So without going into a lot of high level or even deep level detail right now, because we are doing a live stream fundraiser right now, I want you to know this. Next week, at some point next week, will be buying AMC stock. And the amount of AMC stock I will buy will actually be determined by you. See, at the time of me filming this, I am live doing my live fundraiser that will be continuing until about 12 or 2 p.m. Pacific on Sunday. I think it's actually 2 p.m. Pacific on Sunday, May 30th. And for every $115 somebody donates to my campaign, so if they specifically donate $115 by going to metkevin.com/live now, I will invest $400 into AMC stock, and I will hodl it for a year. And anytime somebody asks during a market open or close live stream, I have to prove it on Webull to a reasonable extent. Because I think if somebody just spammed me all day long, I think there's a level of reasonableness, like maybe once a live stream. While I'm live. And now I got to post for a thumbnail on my live stream. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and folks, we'll see you in the next video. And I'm very, very excited to be part of the apes, and I'm excited to see where we go. I should also add this clarity, that I want to make this very, very clear. Chris, this is important. This is just kind of like the fine print at the bottom. The campaign money, the money that gets donated, goes directly to an attorney, a treasurer. So it's totally separate from my own money. Like the money I have in Webull, the money that I will spend to buy AMC is personal money. It's totally separate. So it's not like I'm investing your money. Whatever you donate to the campaign is part of my Kevin Paffrath for Governor of California campaign. And you could learn more about my plan by just going to meetkevin.com. But to don't...
All right, guys, so that's it. Those were the two video clips I wanted to show you. Take them for what they're worth. I don't know about you, but that ape looked pissed when Meet Kevin said that he's proud to be an ape now. Coming in on May 29th, Kevin, when we're already most of us 3 or 4 months in. But you know what? Let's take it, because he has like 50,000 people in his live stream every day. So he's going to bring eyes to it, and people buying shares, people listen to him. So I'm not going to complain. If he wants to join now, next week's going to be a good time to buy, and we can try and push this thing. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to make you aware of those 2 things, and I'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I'll probably have one more video before Tuesday, before we open. Other than that, as always, I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.